All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're going to break down the design document for this really unique puzzle game called HelixRide. It's just a fascinating look at how you can design a game to be, well, mindful and responsive. So let's just dive right in. Right off the bat, the game's tagline sets a very specific mood: fold, surf, and heal. You can tell this isn't about action or competition, right? It's hinting at something much more, I don't know, restorative, something thoughtful. But what does that even mean inside a game?
So where does this whole journey begin? Well, Section 1 throws us right into a living origami ribbon. This is like the very fabric of the game's world.
Now, this is what I find so cool about this design. It all starts with a feeling. The core idea, the whole player fantasy, is this: you are a patient navigator of a living ribbon, transforming chaos into clarity. See, you're not a hero, you're not a soldier. You're this gentle, focused force of order. And here's how they break that down. Your identity? You're a helpful microbe. The world itself is this wild DNA-like ribbon twisting through impossible shapes. And the promise, your main goal, is to master this gentle folding to bring back the flow. The whole tone is curious and kind. Get this, the world actually wants to cooperate with you. I just love that idea. Okay, so that's the vibe, the feeling of it all. But what do you actually do in the game? Let's jump to Section 2 and see how this all comes together. The core verbs are fold, twist, and glide. So you've got four main things you can do. First, you glide along the ribbon to get into position. Then you twist your little microcube to match up with colors. And you fold these triangles on the ribbon to steer and, get this, to relax stress. And my personal favorite, pause to fold, which lets you just freeze time and plan your next move without any pressure. Every single one of these actions just reinforces that calm, deliberate vibe. And all of that brings us to the main loop of the game. Section 3, chaos into clarity. This is the heart of it. And this slide, man, it just says it all. On one side, you've got the problem. These dark, noisy knot clouds that get in your way. That's the chaos. But through your actions, you turn them into these bright, smooth, flowing surfaces. That's the clarity. It's such a direct and, honestly, a deeply satisfying loop. So, how do you do it? How do you get from that chaos to that clarity? The rule is it's so simple. It all comes down to this number: 5. Just 5 successful matches in a row and poof, the knot cloud dissolves. The game is all about rewarding consistency, not just, mashing buttons. Okay, and this is where the design really starts to sing. The world is constantly giving you this gentle feedback. You make a good match, you get a little chime at a sparkle. The quality of your fold is shown by a glow that shifts from amber to green. You can literally see these tiny ripples as you release stress from the surface. Even the camera eases back when you find a good rhythm. It's like the world is constantly whispering back to you. That communication, it goes way deeper than just simple feedback. This brings us to the game's most innovative system, in Section 4, the game that listens. I mean, here's the big idea at the heart of this whole thing. Just think about it. What if a game could respond not just to what buttons you press, but to your actual state of mind? Well, the answer in HelixRide is this thing called the thought thread. It's described as this hidden timeline running under the level that basically figures out what to throw at you next based on how you're playing. It's this subtle, predictive system that adapts the entire world to your personal rhythm. And check this out. Here's exactly how it works. If you're playing calmly and consistently, the so-called thought thread tightens up and the paths ahead become clearer, more predictable. But if your inputs are more chaotic, the thread loosens and the game becomes more improvisational, a little trickier. The amazing thing is, it's not punishing you for mistakes. It's just mirroring your own state of mind right back at you. So all of this leads to the final and I think most important layer of the whole design. Section 5, why this puzzle matters. What's the big picture?
The first core value is this idea of gentle mastery. The game is built from the ground up to reward calm precision, not super fast, twitchy reflexes. Small, forgiving actions are what add up. It's all about building skill through patience, not through stress.
And this is a really, really critical point the designers make. This is a mindful puzzle with reflective metaphors. They are absolutely explicit. No clinical claims ever. And that's so responsible, right? It sets clear expectations. It's about creating a contemplative space, not pretending to be a medical tool. And this feeling of care, It even extends to when you stop playing. If you decide to exit a level, this is the kind of message you might see. It's okay to take a break. Seriously, how often does a game ever tell you that? It's all part of what they call the soft exit philosophy. You can leave any level at any time, and there's absolutely zero penalty. This design choice is all about respecting you, the player, respecting your well-being and your time. It knows that life happens, and it's totally cool to step away. And when you put all of this deep, thoughtful design together, it kind of leaves you with this one big, fascinating question. You have to wonder, could the future of wellness be found not in all these clinical apps, but in just beautifully designed, responsive, and respectful play?